evening. This is Raju Kasmusla. I am reading the budget of official document. Budget 22-23. Speech of Nirmala Sitharaman, Minister of Finance, February 1, 2022. Humble Speaker, I present the budget for the year 2022 to 2023. Introduction. The outset, I want to take a moment to express my empathy for those who had to bear adverse health and economic effects of the pandemic. The overall sharp rebound and recovery of the economy is reflective of our country's strong resilience. India's economic growth in the current year is estimated to be 9.2%, highest among all large economies. All large economies. I recognize we are in the midst of an Omicron wave with high incidence but milder symptoms. Further, the speed and coverage of our vaccination campaign has helped greatly. With the accelerated improvement of health infrastructure in the past 2 years, we are in a strong position to withstand challenges. I am confident that with Sabka Prayas, we will continue our journey of strong growth. Humble Speaker, we are making Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and have entered into Amrit Kal, the 25-year-long lead up to India at 100. Honorable Prime Minister, in his Independence Day address, had set out the vision for India at 100. By achieving certain goals during the Amrit Kal, our government aims to attain the vision. They are complementing the macroeconomic level growth focus with a microeconomic level all inclusive welfare focus, promoting digital economy and fintech technology enabled development, energy transition, and climate action, and relying on various cycles starting from private investment with public capital investment helping to crowd in private investment. Since 2014, our government's focus has been on empowerment of citizens, especially the poor and the marginalized. Measures have included programs that have provided housing, electricity, cooking gas, and access to water. We also have programs for ensuring financial inclusion and direct benefit transfers. We are committed to strengthening the abilities of the poor to tap all opportunities. Our government constantly strives to provide the necessary ecosystem for the classes, a vast and wide section which is populated across various middle income brackets to make use of the opportunities they so desire. This budget seeks to lay the foundation and give a blueprint to steer the economy over the Amrit Kal of the next 25 years. From India at 75 to India at 100, It continues to build on the vision drawn in the budget of 2021 to 2022. Its fundamental tenets, which included transparency of financial statement and fiscal position, reflect the government's intent, strengths, and challenges. This continues to guide us. The initiatives of the last year's budget have seen significant progress and have been provided with adequate allocations in this budget as well. The strengthening of health infrastructure, speedy implementation of the vaccination program, and the nationwide resilient response to the current wave of the pandemic are evident for all. The productivity linked in incentive in 14 sectors for achieving the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat has received excellent response with potential to create 60 lakh new jobs and an additional production of 30 lakh crore during next 5 years. Towards implementation of the new public sector enterprise policy, the strategy transfer of ownership of Air India has been completed. The strategic partner for NINL, Neelanchal Ispat Nigam Limited, has been selected. The public issue of the LIC is expected shortly. Others too are in the process of 22 20 20 2022 to 2023. The National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development NABFID and National Asset Reconstruction Company have commenced their activities. Honorable Speaker's Budget 21 to 2021 to 2022 had provided a sharp increase in provision for public investment or capital expenditure throughout the year, with the Honorable Prime Minister guiding the implementation. Our economic recovery is continuing to benefit from the multiplier effect. This budget continues to provide in impetus for growth. It lays a parallel track of one, a blueprint for the Amritkal, which is futuristic and inclusive. This will directly benefit our youth, women, farmers, the scheduled castes, and the scheduled tribes, and to big public investment for modern infrastructure readying for India at 100. This shall be guided by Prime Minister Gati Shakti and the benefited by the synergy of multimodal approach. Moving forward on this parallel track, we laid the following four priorities. PM Gati Shakti, inclusive development, productivity enhancement and investment, sunrise opportunities, energy transition and climate action, financing of investments. PM Gati Shakti. Prime Minister Gati Shakti is a transformative approach for economic growth and sustainable development. The approach is driven by seven engines, namely roads, railways, airports, ports, mass transport, waterways, and logistics infrastructure. All seven engines will pull forward the economy in unison. These engines are supported by the complementary roles of energy transmission, IT communication, bulk water and sewerage, and social infrastructure. Finally, the approach is powered by clean energy and Sabka Prayas. The efforts of the central government, the state governments, and the private sector together, leading to huge job and entrepreneurial opportunities for all. especially the youth. Prime Minister Gati Shakti National Master Plan. The scope of Prime Minister Gati Shakti National Master Plan will en- en- encompass the seven engines for economic transformation, seamless multimodal connectivity, and logistics efficiency. It will also include the infrastructure developed by the state governments as per the Gati Shakti Master Plan. The focus will be on planning, financing, including through innovative ways, use of technology, and speedier implementation. The projects pertaining to these seven engines in the national infrastructure pipeline will be aligned with the Prime Minister Gati Shakti framework. The touchstone of the master plan will be world-class modern infrastructure and logistics synergy among different modes of movement, both of people and goods and location of projects. This will help rise productivity and accelerate economic growth and development. Road transport. Prime Minister Gati Shakti Master Plan for expressways will be formulated in 2022 2022 to 2023 to facilitate a faster movement of people and goods. The national highways network will be expanded by 25,000 kilometers in in 2022 to 2023. 20,000 crore will be mobilized through innovative ways of financing to complement the public resources. Seamless multimodal movement of goods and people. The data exchange among all mode operators will be brought on unified logistics interface platform ULIP, designed for application programming interface API. This will provide for efficient movement of goods through different modes, reducing logistics cost and time, assisting just in time inventory management, and in eliminating tedious documentation. Most importantly, this will provide real-time information to all stakeholders and improve international competence competitiveness competitiveness. Open source mobility stack for organizing seamless travel of passengers will also be facilitated. Multimodal logistics parks. Contracts for implementation of multimodal logistics parks at four locations through PPP mode will be awarded in 2022 to 2023. Railways. Railways will develop new projects and efficient logistics services for small farmers and small and medium enterprises. Besides taking the lead in integration of postal and railways networks to provide seamless solutions for movement of parcels. One station, one product concept will be popularized to help local business and supply chains. As a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat, 2,000 kilometers of network will be brought under Kavach, the indigenous world-class technology for safety and capacity augmentation in 2022 to 2023. 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains with better energy efficiency and passenger riding experience will be developed and manufactured during the next 3 years. 100 Prime Minister Gati Shakti cargo terminals for multimodal logistics facilities will be developed during the next 3 years. Mass urban transport, including connectivity to railways, Innovative ways of financing and faster implementation will be encouraged for building metro systems of appropriate type at scale. Multimodal connectivity between mass urban transport and railway stations will be facilitated on priority. Design of metro systems, including civil structures, will be reoriented and standardized for Indian conditions and needs. Parvatmala National Ropeways Development Program. As a preferred ecologically sustainable alternative to conventional roads in difficult hilly areas, National Ropeways Development Program will be taken up on PPP mode. The aim is to improve connectivity and convenience for commuters besides promoting tourism. This may also cover congested urban areas where conventional mass transit system is not feasible. Contracts for 8 ropeway projects for a length of 60 km will be awarded in 2022 to 2023. Capacity building for infrastructure projects. With technical support from the Capacity Building Commission, central ministries, state governments, and their infra agencies will have their skills upgraded. This will ramp up capacity in planning, design, financing, including innovative ways and implementation management of the Prime Minister Gati Shakti infrastructure projects, inclusive development, agriculture, the procurement of wheat in Rabi 2021 to 2022 and the estimated procurement of paddy in Kharif 2021 to 2022 will cover 1208 lakh metric tons of wheat and paddy from 163 lakh farmers and 2.37 lakh crore direct payment of MSP value to their accounts. Chemical free natural farming will be promoted through, throughout the country with a focus on farmers, lancing 5 kilometer wide corridors along River Ganga and the first stage 2023 has been announced as the International Year of Millets. Support will be provided for post harvest value addition, enhancing domestic consumption, and for branding millet products nationally and internationally. To reduce our dependence on import of oilseeds, a rationalized and comprehensive scheme to increase domestic production of oilseeds will be implemented for delivery of digital and high-tech services to farmers with involvement of public sector research and extension institutions along with private agri-tech players and stakeholders of agri value chain. A scheme in PPP mode will be launched. Use of Kisan drones will be promoted for crop assessment, digitalization of land records, spraying of insecticides and nutrients. States will be encouraged to revise syllabi of agricultural universities to meet the needs of natural, zero budget, and organic farming modern day agriculture, value addition, and management. A fund with blended capital raised under the co investment model will be facilitated through NABARD. This is to finance startups for agriculture and rural enterprise relevant for farm produce value chain. The activities for these startups will include inter alia support for FPOs, machinery for farmers on rental basis at farm level, and technology including IT based support. Ken Betwa project and other river linking projects. Implementation of the Ken Betwa link project at an estimated cost of 44,605 crore will be taken up. This is aimed at providing irrigation benefits to 9.08 lakh hectare of farmers' lands, drinking water supply for 62 lakh people, 103 megawatts of hydro and 27 megawatts of solar power, allocations of 4300 crore in RE 2021 to 2022 and 1400 crore in 2022 to 2023 have been made for this project. Draft DPRs of five river links, namely Dharma, Daman, Ganga, Pinjal, Partapi, Narmada, Godavari, Krishna Penner, and Penner Karu Kaveri have been finalized once a consensus is reached among the beneficiary states. The center will provide support for implementation. Food processing for farmers to adopt suitable varieties of fruits and vegetables and to use appropriate production and harvesting techniques. Government will provide a comprehensive package with participation of state governments. Udyam, eStream, NCS, and ASEEM portals will be interlinked. Their scope will be widened. They will now perform as portals with live organic databases, providing G2C, B2C, and B2B services. These services will relate to credit facilitation, skilling, and recruitment with an aim to further formalize the economy and enhance entrepreneurial opportunities for all. Emergency Credit Line MSME performance ramp program with outlay of 6,000 crore over 5 years will be rolled out. This will help the MSME sector become more resilient, competitive, and efficient. Skill development, skilling programs, and partnership with the industry will be oriented to promote continuous skilling avenues, sustainability, and employability. The National Skill Qualification Framework NSQF will be aligned with dynamic industry needs. Digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood. The Desh Stack e-portal will be launched. This aims to empower citizens to reskill, or upskill through online training. It will also provide API-based trusted skill credentials payment and discovery layers to find relevant jobs and entrepreneurial opportunities. Startups will be promoted to facilitate drone Shakti through varied applications and for drone as a service D or drone, AAS in select ITIs in all states. The required courses for skilling will be stated. Universalization of quality education. Due to the pandemic induced closure of schools, our children, particularly in the rural areas, and those from scheduled castes and scheduled tribes and other weaker sections, have lost almost 2 years of formal education. Mostly these are children in government schools. We recognize the need to impart supplementary teaching and to build a resilient mechanism for education delivery. For this purpose, One Class One TV channel program of PM Vidya will be expanded from 12 to 2,200 TV channels. This will enable all states to provide supplementary education in regional languages for classes 1 to 12. In vocational courses to promote crucial critical thinking skills to give space for creativity, 750 virtual labs in science and mathematics and 75 skilling e-labs for stimulated learning environment will be set up in 2022 to 2023. High quality e content in all spoken languages will be developed for delivery via internet, mobile phones, television and radio through digital teachers. A competitive mechanism for development of quality e-content by the teachers will be set up to empower and equip them with digital tools of teaching and facilitate better learning outcomes. Data University. A digital university will be established to provide access to students across the country for world class quality universal education with personalized learning experience at their doorsteps. This will be made available in different Indian languages and ICT formats. The university will be built on a networked hub spoke model, with the hub building cutting edge ICT expertise. The best public universities and institutions in the country will collaborate as a network of hub spokes. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, an open platform for the national digital health ecosystem, will be rolled out. It will consist of digital registries of health providers and health facilities, unique health identity consent framework, and universal access to health facilities. National Telemental Health Program. The pandemic has accurated mental health problems in people of all ages. To better the access to quality mental health counseling and care services, a national telemental health program will be launched. This will include a network of 23 telemental health centers of excellence with NIMHANS being the nodal center and International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore, IIIT B providing technology support. Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsalya, Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0, recognizing recognizing the importance of Nari Shakti as the harbinger of our bright future, and for women LED. development during the Amrit Kal. Our government has comprehensively revamped the schemes of the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Accordingly, three schemes, namely Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsalya, Saksham Anganwadi, and Poshan 2.0, were launched recently to provide integrated benefits to women and children. Saksham Anganwadis are a new generation Anganwadis that have better infrastructure and audio visual aids, powered by clean energy and providing improved environment for early child development. 2 lakh Anganwadis will be upgraded under the scheme. Har Ghar Nal Se Jal. Current coverage of Har Ghar Nal Se Jal is 8.7 crores. Of this, 5.5 crore households were provided tap water in last 2 years itself. Allocation of 60,000 crore has been made with an aim to cover 3.8 crore households in 2022 to 2023. Housing for all. In 2022 to 2023, 80 lakh houses will be completed for the identified eligible beneficiaries of Prime Minister Awas Yojana, both rural and urban. 48,000 crore is allocated for this purpose. The central government will work with the state governments for reduction of time required for all land and construction related approvals, for promoting affordable housing for middle class and economically weaker sections in urban areas. We shall also work with the financial sector regulators to expand access to capital along with reduction in cost of intermediation. Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeast Region, Prime Minister Divine INE. A new scheme, Prime Minister's Development Initiative for Northeast, Prime Minister and will be implemented through the Northeastern Council. It was fund infrastructure in the spirit of Prime Minister Gati Shakti and social development projects based on felt needs of Northeast. This will enable livelihood activities for youth and women, filling up filling the gaps in various sectors. It will not be a substitute for existing central or state schemes. While the central ministries may also pose their candidate projects, priority will be given to those posed by the states. An initial allocation of 1500 crore rupees will be made, and the initial list of projects is given in Annexure 1. Aspirational Blocks Program. Our vision to improve the quality of life of citizens in the most backward districts of the country through Aspirational Districts program has been translated into reality in a short span of time. 95% of those 112 districts have made significant progress in key sectors such as health, nutrition, financial inclusion, and basic infrastructure. They have surpassed the state average values. However, in those districts, some blocks continue to lag. In 2022 to 2023, the program will focus on such blocks in those districts. Vibrant Villages program. Border villages with sparse population, limited connectivity, and infrastructure often get left out from the development gains. Such villages on the northern border will be covered under the new Vibrant Villages program. The activities will include construction of village infrastructure, housing, tourist centers, road connectivity, provisioning of decentralized renewable energy, direct to home access for Doordarshan and educational channels, and support for livelihood generation. Additional funding for these activities will be provided. Existing schemes will be converged. We will define their outcomes and monitor them on a constant basis. Anytime, anywhere, post office savings in 2020 in 2022, 100% of 1.5 lakh post offices will come on the core banking system, enabling financial inclusion and access to accounts through net banking, mobile banking, ATMs, and also provide online transfer of funds between post office accounts and bank accounts. This will be helpful, especially for farmers and senior citizens in rural areas, enabling interoperability and financial inclusion. Digital banking. In recent years, digital banking, digital payments, and fintech innovations have grown at a rapid pace in the country. Government is continuously encouraging these sectors to ensure that the benefits of digital banking reach every nook and corner of the country in a consumer friendly manner. Taking forward this agenda and to mark 75 years of our independence, it is proposed to set up 75 digital banking units, DBUs, in 75 districts of the country by scheduled commercial banks. Digital payments. The financial support for digital payment ecosystem announced in the previous budget will continue in 2022 to 2023. This will encourage further adoption of digital payments. There will also be a focus to promote use of payment platforms that are economical and user friendly. Productivity enhancement and investment, sunrise opportunities, energy transition, and climate action. Productivity enhancement and investment, easy of doing business 2.0 and easy of living. In recent years, over 25,000 compliances were reduced at 1486 union laws were repealed. This is the result of our government's strong commitment for minimum government and maximum governance. Our trust in the public and ease of doing business, EODB. For the Amrit Kal, the next phase of easy of doing businesses, EODB 2.0, and easy of living will be launched in our endeavor to improve productivity, efficiency of capital and human resources. Will be followed the idea of trust-based governance. This new phase will be guided by an active involvement of the state's digital digitization of manual processes and interventions, integration of the central and state level systems through IT bridges, a single point access for all citizen centric services, and a standardization and removal of overlapping compliances, crowdsourcing of suggestions, and ground level assessment of the impact with active involvement of citizens and businesses will be encouraged. green clearances. 40 minutes. Signing off.